Listen, here's y'all real problem with LeBron.
Go.
Before we get started, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell so you can stay on top of what's going on around here.
Go.
Your problem with LeBron has everything to do with you and nothing to do with him. I look at it as capability versus expectation, right? So capability versus expectation is we look at a person, we need them to be something. So because we need them to be this thing, we expect them to be it. I will give you a perfect living example that every last one of you has experienced. Have you ever been in a room full of people, woman people, and something needs moved, and all of a sudden, because a man is in the room, now you're the right man for the job? That is exactly what expectation versus capability means. Just because I possess male characteristics and you needed it, that doesn't make sense. In LeBron's case, at the time that LeBron came around, we needed him to be MJ. We needed him to have killer instinct. We needed him to be the game winner. We needed him to be the one that won so many titles in a row that we question the greatness of all who came before him. And not for nothing, he was exactly that. LeBron was exactly that. That man went to the finals quicker than any young player I'd ever seen. With very little, he did this. Just because you needed somebody to be something, and when they weren't that thing for you, you got an attitude, it doesn't mean that you're right. What we expected LeBron to be and what we got might have been two different things, but it doesn't make it any less great. And for those of you who held on to that whole MJ mindset, you really took yourself out of an opportunity to enjoy a player unlike any that we'd ever seen. LeBron is the quintessential athlete. If you look at, he's a physical specimen, dominant. And you can say, oh, you know, the league made concessions for him and allowed him to do these things and that, you know, that might be true and it might not. But you're only going to do what the governing body allows you to do. Just like they had the Jordan rules, they made LeBron flop master flex. And that's not LeBron's fault. That's the league wanting to do what the league likes to do when it has the kind of players that it needs to protect. And LeBron is 1000% a commodity. So how do you figure the league's not going to do with him what it did with all its superstars of the past? They changed rules to favor offensive play. I remember the hand check. The hand check was a useful tool. It was very legal and very useful. But when the league took the hand check away, it left it open for those who could take advantage of that one-on-one scoring. They know high scores put butts in seats. That's what matters. And you act like that doesn't matter when you're a fan, but you know it does. You want the game to be more entertaining. Granted, you don't want it to be at the sacrifice of the integrity of the game, but that is the cost of doing business on that level. Everybody's not going to be happy. And until we stop thinking that everybody should be happy with a decision that gets made or stops being selfish, just know somebody's going to be displeased. Whenever there are two people who try to want one thing, one person is going to be less happy than the other one. That's just how it goes. So when you create a league for a superstar of LeBron's caliber, of an MJ's caliber, of a Shaq's caliber, when you create an environment where those players can flourish more, there are going to be some unhappy people. And that's your real problem with LeBron. On top of the fact that not only did he win, he continued to overwin, but then he continued to overlose too, if you know what I'm saying. LeBron not only overwon, but he overlost. He did less than he should have. He definitely could have done so with the original teams he was given, But the pressure of him needing to win now because he's the face of the league made him make certain decisions that we feel are questionable. And that's where we have to shut up and mind our business, because we can't play, well, if that was me. Hello. It could never be you. LeBron is 1 in 3 million. It could never be you. You will never know what it's like to make LeBron-like decisions. You only know what it's like to make $70,000 a year decisions. You don't know what it's like to have generational wealth, money, life-changing, not only for you, but for your grandkids. You do not know what that's like. And the moment that you got it, you probably would abandon all sense of common sense because you've never had it. So the first thing you would do is react like a poor person. That's exactly what you would do. Because you spend every day thinking like a brokey. I spend every day thinking like a brokey. I get a LeBron contract, I'm buying the moon. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but that's what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm honest with myself about what I would do. If, of course, I would eventually do the right thing. Of course I would. But until that eventuality becomes a reality, guess what I'm gonna do? Stupid stuff. Of course I'm gonna do stupid stuff. I was just a brokey yesterday. So there's no such thing as if that was me, I would've. We'll never know. We'll never know. That's your real problem with LeBron. If you weren't so stuck on needing him to be this Mamba mentality, stoic, he's never been that. He came into the league a kid. He's gonna stay a grown kid, because that's the LeBron everybody fell in love with. So that's the LeBron everybody's gonna keep getting. The LeBron that knows every handshake for every teammate. Are you kidding me, brother? Are you kidding me? You know every handshake? I don't believe it. So at the end of the day, your real problem with LeBron is about expectation versus capability. It's about what you would have done if you were him. It's about the fact that the league made concessions for him to win and he still didn't win 11,000 championships. Like, at the end of the day, bro, none of those things matter in a measurement of greatness, which he obviously has exhibited, because the league can make all the concessions in the world. That boy was busting grown men's behinds in high school. You can't make concessions for something that's already a generational talent. So unfortunately, your problem with LeBron is you, and you need to apologize to yourself for robbing yourself of the opportunity to enjoy a player that we're probably never going to see again.
Go.
For more content like this, hit that like, notification bell, subscribe. I said all the things? I did. Like, subscribe, notification bell, ding, ding. You know what I'm talking about. Do the thing. Wayne Steven. Yes, sir.
Go.